So in the ranching world, so many times we talk about all the wrecks that we've been in. You know, the crisis. If you're from town, the word wreck does not mean literal car wreck. But we also talk about some of the wrecks that get pretty messy. And, well, we got in a wreck the other day, and it wasn't with a horse, it wasn't with a cow, it wasn't with a set of dogs, it was with a dang tractor. One of my boys accidentally hit a 30-foot lariat rope, and it quickly became not 30 feet, but I wrapped around the tractor, the mower on the tractor, and it was an absolute mess. Now, he was able to get it out without having to spend half a day in the 100-degree sun, but I think about messes sometimes. And people don't always think about Jesus and messiness. But you know, there's two things that we need to remember about Jesus. Number one, he was born in a mess. And number two, he was born for the mess. It's pretty plain and simple. Many of you know the birth story of Christ. When he was not born in a hospital. He was not born in a pristine chapel or a hygienic home. He was born in a stable. And it was a mess. You know why it was a mess? Well, if you've ever lived around livestock, you know why it was a mess. It was not just a mess because of the livestock. It was a mess because of the people. All those passerbyers, even the innkeepers, wouldn't let a pregnant teenage mama into their home. Nobody. Jesus was born in a mess. Jesus' life was absolutely chaotic from start to finish, but yet he was the Prince of Peace, and he offered that to us. Not only was Jesus born in a mess, but he was born for our mess. And I won't take too much of your time, but just think about it. I am really shocked sometimes, even in my own world, where I'm ashamed to come to Christ with some of the messes that I have made in my life, the bad choices, and yes, even some of the mistakes. But we act like Jesus doesn't know, but we forget that Jesus was constantly being hammered because he hung out with messy people, prostitutes, thieves, people that were sex workers. I mean, he just, and even the religious people he hung out with, many of them were quite messy themselves. But I need you to know today, before I give you the bottom line, that Christ, even though he was born in a mess, he was born for our mess. Scripture tells us quite plain, quite simply in Matthew, when he was born, he was given that name because he will save their people from their sins. So two messes Jesus wants to help you through. Number one is the mess with your eternity. You know, we all have the same problem. It's called sin. And sin can get real messy. There is nothing that surprises Jesus, though. And I hope today that you'll come to him. You'll understand he embraces you just as you are, but wants to change you from what you are. And then the second thing that Jesus helps us with, even as believers, but especially folks that don't know the Lord, you know, he wants you to come to him because he wants to help tote your burdens. Life is so messy. There's not a single person in my circle, not a single person I see every single week, and I see several thousands. All of them have some kind of mess going on. None of us live perfect Facebook picture lives. Jesus came for the mess. He was born in a mess, and the bottom line is, in all of your messiness, have you cried out to him and asked him to save you and change you? Again, that's the bottom line.